Hey guys, it's On for Games. So I've been playing the crap out of Rainbow Six Siege. It is so much fun, and I've been slowly but surely been getting a little bit better at not getting myself and all of my teammates killed. Except for that right there, that was 100% my fault. But with an update having just been released, offering numerous improvements to the overall multiplayer experience, I figured it was high time I get out there with some more advanced tips. Let me know in the comments if you think these will help your performance at all, or if I missed the obviously most important and crucial tip to Rainbow Six Siege, because honestly, the more tips, the better. Okay, so tip number one. I just learned this yesterday, but castle reinforced windows and walls are not impervious to normal attacks. You can't put holes in them like a normal doorway or window protection, but I'd falsely assumed that meant they could only be destroyed by breaching charges. 100% wrong. Turns out if you just knock politely with the butt of your weapon like 7 or 9 times, which I know is a lot, but they'll come down completely. While breach charges are much faster, this is still a crucial approach opportunity considering most consider those reinforcements to be, relatively safe. Also, if you're the last operator and don't have a breach charge, this can be a game changer. Next, we have tip number 2, supporting your mute. The mute's primary objective is to prevent enemies from being able to scout the objective with the drone cameras, although the jammers can also be useful for preventing remote detonation of breach charges. However, no matter how fast a mute is at the beginning of the round, there may be one of those entrances for a drone that's just too close to block in time. If you get a chance, watch those quick entry points like a hawk. If nothing comes in after 5 seconds or so, fine, move on. The mute will probably take care of it. If something does though, you may have a crucial opportunity to destroy it before it can scout out the situation. On top of that, I know cameras that are captured at the beginning of the round by mute's jammers are juicy and tantalizing, but leave them be for the time being. If you destroy it, that player's screen swaps over to another camera, and they still have a chance to gain intel on your position and defensive operators. If you leave it, they're forced to sweat out the intro watching a colorful static reminiscent of television channels in the 90s you hadn't paid for. Once the round starts, it's fair game. If they destroy that jammer, you won't want them to have access to that drone again. But if you can wait till after the round starts, all the better. Tip number 3, the whoops I didn't mean to tip. Careful when firing your weapons, throwing grenades, C4, whatever, to try your hardest not to destroy your own equipment. Yours and your teammates' equipment can mean the difference between a successful or failed defense. Honestly, shit happens, but especially at the start of the round, this can be crucial. Firing at a drone or setting up bandit electrification, be aware that, the bandit's shocking electrification can damage your own team's equipment as well as the enemy. Yeah, your defense on a reinforced wall, you can destroy it if you apply an electric charge to that wall. Jammer or Capcan booby trap at the bottom of door frame, don't electrify any barbed wire under it, they'll be both gone. I only say this because I care and because I've done this like 4 times. I forget all the time. So in line with that, tip number 4, remember that sometimes it's more important to protect equipment than it is to protect players. For instance, the Jaeger is one of my favorite operators due to its unique defensive technique. It deploys the Magpie, a portable defense system that zaps grenades and other large projectiles in its proximity. However, it can work both for and against you, so you want to be sure to deploy it in a way that supports your team the most effectively. It can protect against almost anything, including Thatcher EMP grenades, fuses detonating pucks, and of course, just standard grenades. However, it gets used up quickly, so while it might save you from the first fuse, it probably won't save you from 2. Ultimately though, you only have 3 of these, and even if you only have 1 room to protect, chances are you can't protect against every entrance. You might want to use it to protect specific equipment, like the jammers at the Tachanka turret. And yeah, leave your teammates to die. These magpies can also work against you though, by say protecting the hostage from an enemy grenade that could have won you the round. Use them wisely and decide what you should and shouldn't protect. Ultimately, a player can react and maybe survive a grenade assault, but your defensive equipment can't. It's just gonna sit there. I'm obviously not saying just leave your teammates to die, but just analyze the situation, what defenders you got, and what equipment you have, and how to best use that to support the team as a whole. So finally, tip number 5, peepholes. In a game all about defense, it's easy to feel like you should just lock yourself in a room and just hunker down. But visibility and methods of attacking the enemy prior to their entry are crucial. This can mean carefully looking out holes in broken windows and defenses, or staying on cameras to watch enemy movements. One of your best options though are peepholes. Find an area that's defendable from as many directions as possible, and then blow a tiny hole in an unprotected wall with whatever gun you have. For the rest of the round, you can use this peephole to both gain visibility on the enemy or blow them away if they're dumb enough to walk in front of it. Careful though, good Rainbow Siege 6 players will definitely know to look for these holes and aim right for them because they know your face is on the other side. Well guys, that's it for my advanced tips of Rainbow Six Siege. Let me know in the comments whether these were helpful and any tips I missed that you think are super important for beginning or veteran players. Like the video if you've used one of these tips before, and definitely subscribe if you're new. I've got plenty of new content coming each week. Thanks for watching. It can protect against almost anything, including Thatcher EMP grenades, fuses detonating pucks, and of course, you know, standard, like, shock and awe grenades. Shock and awe? What the?